Well, hi everybody. Welcome again to my virtual campfire. Today is Sunday, May the 26th, and tomorrow is Memorial Day. That is the purpose of me wearing this patriotic shirt. I encourage you, if you have an American flag, go put one up and show your support for this great country. We have got a lot of issues. A lot of people are arguing about a lot of things, but I think there is no argument that the United States of America is still the greatest place in the world to call home. So I hope you will celebrate Memorial Day tomorrow appropriately. I made some notes. I got a lot of things I want to talk with you about today. The first one is I'm going to tease you. I'm going to make some of you probably go, ooh, he shouldn't have done that. But let's take a look. Wow, look at that. What does that have to do with anything? Just stick around. I'm going to tell you about it. My mind works in mysterious ways. Sometimes I can't even figure it out. This channel is brought to you in part by my free RV report. I publish this report absolutely free of charge. You guys can download it. You can view it right now. I update it every 3 months. So at the end of next month, end of June, I'll be coming up with the latest, most current version. The purpose of it is to educate you and help prevent you from being ripped off and save thousands of dollars when buying or selling an RV. You can download that report right now if you want to. More than 10,000, I think probably closer to 20,000 people have downloaded this report. And I think if you find one thing that can save you some money, one thing in that report that can prevent you from being ripped off, it is well worth a couple of minutes of time to go ahead and download it. So I got a haircut the other day, and this lady that cuts my hair, we had an interesting conversation. And I think sometimes hairdressers talk more than old radio guys do. But this lady's been cutting my hair for a number of years, long time. And I consider her a friend. And she and her husband live fairly close to us. And so we see each other often. They've got 2 boys. One is about, I guess I want to say he's 12, maybe 13. The other one is 16. And she was talking about her sons. And I told her about a book that I had read. And it was talking about how mental illness is growing among young people because of these things, because of these iPhones. A guy named Jonathan Haidt. I've talked about him before here on the channel. Super smart guy. He's written a bunch of books that I think you ought to check into. But I was telling her about this book and how the author was suggesting that teenagers, first off, we don't give smartphones to young people anymore until they're old enough to be responsible and understand the good and the bad that iPhones, smartphones can provide young people. That's just short, to summarize, that's kind of one of his views, the author. And she was saying, well, I don't have that problem. And she says, my boys have smartphones. I said, well, you're not concerned about the things that they see? Again, they're 12 or 13 and 16. They're just ordinary boys. She said, oh no, mine are good boys. They would never go and look at something bad on the internet. And I'm thinking, really? I mean, they may be good boys. I was a good boy most of the time, not all the time. And I don't think anybody is a good boy or a good girl all of the time. And with the access, 24-hour access to what these things provide, I think that they can indeed be a very dangerous weapon, if you will, and put ugly things in the mind of young people, older people as well. So I suggest, I go back, I've mentioned recently about Jonathan Swift, of the old author, that said, there are none more blind than those who will not see. Not those who cannot see. You can't fix somebody who is physically blind. I mean, maybe a surgery can, but someone who will not see. And I think it's important as a wingman, as you being a good wingman or a good wing woman, to help other people see, not by yelling to them, yelling at them, but trying to open their eyes to things that they might not want to see. And when a teenage boy has access 24/7 to an iPhone, and to not open up your mind to the possibility that even my good boy might drift off into a dark place, I think that is willful blindness. What do you think? Let me know. All right, so I want to talk also before I get to, well, there she is again. You women out there, please don't hate me. And you guys don't hate me either. But I ran into somebody that looked just like this the other day, and I'm going to tell you why I think it's important. First off, I'm going to talk about Lazy Days. And Lazy Days just came out, like 10 days ago with their Q1 performance for 2024, and I ain't no financial expert at all, and I need help. So if you can help educate me and tell me, I'm going to tell you that this to me looks very bleak. Lazy Days, of course, they're in the RV business. Their CEO says, our expectation to see, before I start on this, it's no secret that the RV business is slow right now, really slow. What is the purpose? My question for you, what is the purpose of the CEO of a Wall Street firm, of a big publicly traded company? Well, it's to make money, right? But it's also to just portray, emit this image that everything's going to be okay. The captain of the Titanic didn't go, holy crap, we've hit an iceberg, we're all going to die. He didn't do that, I don't think. Oh, we're going to be okay. Just stay where you are, folks. Just relax. Have another glass of champagne, maybe. And eventually, as things got worse, get to the lifeboats now. I think CEOs right now are trying to put lipstick on a pig. And the way I read this, it says, these are quotes now, our expectation to see increasing unit volumes in March and April as we entered the summer selling season did not materialize as we'd hoped. We have continued to focus on maintaining our healthy inventory position as model year 2025 units arrive, while increasing our efforts to procure more used units to augment our trade-ins and drive additional revenue opportunities. As of today, our new inventory is comprised of more than 90% 2024 and 2025 model year units. We believe it's among the healthiest in the industry. The healthiest in the industry. That sounds nice. I mean, it's not great, but doesn't sound too bad, right? But then I go back down and help me here. It says total revenue for the first quarter was $270.6 million compared to $295.7 million for the same period last year. Net loss for the first quarter was $22 million compared to a net loss of $0.3 million or $300,000 for the same period a year ago. So they were losing $300,000, if this is right, $300,000 in the first quarter of 2023, and they lost $22 million so far in a quarter in 2024. That don't sound good. It doesn't to me. No worries, though. We have procured, I may be reading this wrong, to facilitate the amendment, Lazy Days agreed to raise an additional $15 million. Following the process outlined below, the company negotiated a $15 million increase in the mortgage loan facility it established in December, funded by clients of Coliseum Capital Management. So, let me see. They lost $22 million. Does this mean that they borrowed? I don't know. I'm visiting with my friend Kevin Fraser from Cheyenne Camping Center soon. And I'm going to ask him his interpretation of this. It would seem like to me that if you're losing $22 million in just a few months, what's it going to be the next few months? What's it going to be at the end of the year? And how long can a company, even a publicly traded company, continue to lose money? Again, I ain't no expert. But the job of a CEO is to try to hopefully right the ship, if you will, and help them to make money and to be profitable and to put lipstick on a pig sometimes. Nobody's going to say, man, we're in deep doo-doo. Y'all need to sell your stock. That ain't going to happen. I know that. So I want to tell you about, I'm going to get to the girl in the outfit here in just a minute. Recently, my wife and I were over in Louisiana. I was over at Berryland Campers, and that was when that huge storm blew through Houston and South Louisiana. It was terrifying. It really was. All the flooding, blah, blah, blah. Well, we came back. When we left, we stopped in Houston, and we stayed at a hotel. Had a hotel overnight because of traffic and so forth. And the next morning, I get up, and the hotel we stayed in was near the airport. So I get up the next morning to go grab coffee. I'm going to take it back to the room, and the lobby is full. They're getting ready to take people to the airport, I guess, in the van. And you couldn't help but notice, I walked through the lobby, and I got to walk right next to that. Yeah, that's what she looked like. Actually, it was a little bit shorter than that, and it was bright, bright yellow, beautiful tan body. And I'm just going to be honest with you. If a man doesn't look at a beautiful woman or doesn't admire a beautiful dog, bird dog, or doesn't admire a beautiful horse, I think something's wrong with him. Just saying. So I was not admiring, but you can't help but look at it. So I'm thinking, man, she's beautiful. So I walked around and I did what any man would do, obviously. I gawked. No, but I did glance over. And when I glanced over, I went, oh, oh. But I didn't make that face, but inside I'm thinking, whoa, turn around. I don't want to see that. And she had this beautiful body and a very revealing dress. I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just extremely revealing, that made you think, wow, until you turned and you looked at it and it wasn't so pretty. And I think that that is the way some corporations are right now. Don't look at the face, don't look at that. Look at this way. Aren't we pretty? As I said, I sometimes don't know where my mind goes, but I had to show you this dress. I actually looked it up. I had to type it in. It's one of those things that it just sticks to you. It's like putting a tube sock on a full-grown human being. So, anyway, what do you think? Do you think that these companies that are losing money, like Lazy Days, I'm not trying to pick on them. I'm really not, because a lot of companies are losing money. How long can they continue to lose money and still operate? I mean, what are they doing? I see Camping World has closed down a bunch of stores. They just vacant, just empty stores. How long can that continue? I know they've got a plan. All you got to do is listen to them. Yeah, we're coming out of it. Things are going to be good. Lower the interest rates, and man, we're going to take off to the moon again. But how long can it continue like that? I think that I've said it many, many times, we're in a very strange time in our world. And I'm happy to be alive. I really am. I'm happy because I think that the next 12 to 24 months and even beyond is going to present things that many of us have never even dreamt of. Ever. Good and bad. So that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you download my free RV report. The website is freervreport.com. Take you about literally 1 minute to download that report. I do get your email address, and I send you the link to the report, but I don't sell your information to anybody. I truly don't. I just want to help you make the best decisions possible, because you know why? Because that's what a good wingman does. So I'm Alan Warren. I am the Wingman. Thank you for watching. I encourage you to be the best wingman or wingwoman that you possibly can, because our world needs lots of folks that watch out for others. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.